a guest chef in our kitchen, some great ideas for early spring gardening, and better health with blueberries. All that and more coming right up, and I hope you'll stay tuned.
Providing entertainment for over 25 years, WALA-TV presents a tradition in Mobile, the Dot Moore Show. Once again, Dot Moore.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. We're very happy you're there. And in our kitchen today is guest chef Filippo Milone. He has some news about the restaurant and some great ideas. He's making good use of the set. Also, on the patio, we will join Marty, Burrow, who is an expert gardener from Home Depot, and we have more. But right now, our feature fashion on location. Today at Bellingrath Gardens, we're standing down on the lower walkway in front of the Bellingrath home, where the entrance is that overlooks Dog River, a beautiful sight, a beautiful view that the Bellingraths must have had in this gorgeous home, with a cascading terrace of huge rocks interspersed with every kind of color you could dream of in a tulip plant, and some ferns along the way and other plants. Gorgeous, gorgeous sight at Bellingrath Gardens. And our fashion today is geared towards summer comfort. It's an acrylic interspersed with cotton in the happy color, yellow, a very pale version of yellow. Buttoned down the front with decorative buttons, has real pockets, and of course is washable, but never needs ironing because the fabric has a very nice little added feature, and that is a crinkle look. It's a potato original, and it's courtesy of Holiday on Shell Road in Spring Hill. Well, the U.S. Agriculture Center for Nutrition has just issued a bulletin about nutrition in blueberries. And in this report, we find out what they are.
Best things come in small packages, especially when it comes to nutrition. Recent studies have shown that blueberries are a good example. They are rich in antioxidants, the disease fighters that may also slow down the effects of aging. Researchers at the United States Department of Agriculture Human Nutrition Research Center at Tufts University analyzed the antioxidant activity of 40 fruits and vegetables and found blueberries to have the highest overall score. Just 1/2 cup of blueberries can provide as much antioxidant power as 5 servings of other nutritious fruits and vegetables, such as broccoli, carrots, apples, squash, and peas. These foods supply other important nutrients, so it's smart to keep your diet varied and add more blueberries. For delicious and healthful blueberry recipes, send a stamped self-addressed envelope to North American Blueberry Council, 4995 Golden Foothill Parkway, El Dorado Hills, California, 95762.
If you're one that really enjoys sweet potatoes, you might be often looking for different ways to prepare them. And by the way, the Nutrition Council has declared the sweet yam as the most nutritional vegetable of all. And here are some great suggestions of how to prepare.
Of course, today's parents want to include more vegetables in their children's diets, but how do you get kids to eat their veggies? Here's a hint. Try sweet potatoes, ranked the #1 most nutritional vegetable by the Center for Science in the Public Interest.
We all know that kids love sweet potatoes with marshmallows at Thanksgiving and Christmas, but there's so many great ways to prepare this nutritious vegetable that it's easy to make it a healthy favorite for your children. Sweet potato apple muffins make a great snack. Here's a yummy funny-faced casserole. Of course they'll love dessert, heavenly yam delight, sweet potato pancakes, and even sweet potato fries. Fresh and canned sweet potatoes or yams are available year-round. And with most of these recipes, the kids could help out in the kitchen, which is a wonderful way to bring families together.
For sweet potato recipes, go to www.sweetpotato.org or write the Louisiana Sweet Potato Commission, P.O. Box 2550, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, 70821.
Okay, and we are back with our guest chef, Filippo Milone, who's a regular on our show from the Pillars. However, there's something brand new now on the menu at Pilars. Let's talk about that first.
Yes, every day we have something new. Well, you know, Franco decided to retire, and he was my ex-partner in time 26 years ago at Tugai. I never did eat a lot of Italian cuisine, so but since now he's retired, I don't compete with him. I put my favorite dish. So today we make a very unique little dish. We don't have enough time to do all the show, but it's just really make a circle of a homemade pasta. Make
That
your
is
favorite.
so attractive.
Correct.
It's the design of it. Usually you think of it in squares, but this is beautiful.
You make a round of a pasta. You pour your ingredient.
And then you fold it over?
And you have your ravioli.
Gotcha.
And
okay.
So this is a very unique, very Italian. It's called gorgonzola cheese sauce with ravioli, and then top it with a little Parmigiano Reggiano. Truly Parmigiano Reggiano.
Parmesan.
Okay, that's about 6 months or older. And so I have a very little cream sauce, so you can make it with a little milk and flour. Or if you want to do more rich, you use a cream. I put a little bit olive oil.
That's interesting.
Or a little butter, depending on how healthy you want to have. And gorgonzola cheese comes in pieces, in larger pieces, okay? Is in the family of the Roquefort cheese.
Yes.
And you put as much you wish to do, okay? It's just about 1 ounce to 1.5 ounces.
Like little bitty lumps, more or less, yeah.
And you have your sauce, okay? The ravioli, they're already room temperature, or you can put in hot boiling water, or you can boil on the moment, okay? And here you have your sauce.
That's a nice thick sauce.
Yes.
Yes,
so
it
you
is.
Take your ravioli, and you stir in. This is just a little decoration of a basil. Basil, the flavor of all the food herbs. Okay, and this is a part of the world, every beauty of the herbs grew, from rosemary to basil, marjoram to sage. I mean, anything you may wish to. And of course, if you want this a little bit lighter, you can add milk or cream or half and a half or whatever you want.
It wants to stick. You have to
Well,
keep moving
yeah,
it,
because of the cream, okay?
Yeah, thick
But
cream.
we can add a drop of a cheese if people
That's good.
want a little bit lighter. And you keep mixing. Is having salt and pepper ready, or you use your discretion of salt and pepper. And it will warm very quick because the sauce was hot. Just a drop of cream probably.
That has to be a very rich taste.
And meanwhile, I have some very pretty thing I wanted to show to you today.
Yeah.
I made a very beautiful lasagna. Lasagna al forno is called bolognese lasagna.
Lasagna.
I have a little oven in here, so I'll turn around for a few seconds.
Got so much going on all angles in the kitchen, but you still have 4 minutes.
This is a very pretty dish.
Yeah.
This is a particular dish you're serving. I'll show you the way it should be served. Tomato sauce on the bottom.
About how long in the oven would lasagna usually take?
Well,
Not
you
very
cook
long.
it for 1 hour when you
Really?
make. And then what you're doing,
Now, is that a moderate oven or hot or what?
the oven should be about 350
Yeah.
or 325. And this of course, I put a little mozzarella, the little white thing. You know, I have it to pack with mozzarella. Here I have a little gadget. We have some pretty
Let's see what this...
Parmigiano Reggiano, little piece. We
This
cut
is a
little piece.
Parmesan.
So we can put it inside.
Oh.
And it should be served.
Fresh
My
Parmesan.
machine doesn't work today.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. Okay, let me see if he does. No?
It doesn't want to cooperate.
No, I don't want to cooperate with him. It is money. Maybe it's too early for us. We normally don't start until 1 o'clock, you know. So the bad habit of the restaurateur. They know work.
Now you got it, yeah. Now that's like little shreds as opposed to the kind you buy already prepared.
Well, the beauty of the freshness is unbelievable.
Interesting.
And then, of course, if you want a little flavor and you want to decorate the plate, that's a very pretty way to do it.
So we have lasagna and ravioli.
We have the ravioli. It's working. It's pretty good. We have an low heat because we'll, in 1 second, we'll serve this. Okay, this you can finish with the sage, one of the most pretty things. Sage. And one of the things I did this morning, I didn't know grow. I have one more dish I want to show to you. Very pretty, very different. And
okay, you got 2 minutes.
Here.
Think you can do it in 2 minutes? Oh, what is that?
This is cannelloni alla Fiorentina.
Oh.
Now, this also, you can serve in a very tiny little bit sauce on the bar. Okay? As much you want. This is made from fresh tomato and fresh herbs. And this is the way it should be served with a little bit of Parmigiano cheese. Now, this is the season for basil. Again, little basil. As much you want, and that is another second dish. Very pretty. And of course,
we have put the ravioli up.
We have the ravioli out. There is our dish. The ravioli is nice and hot. Okay.
1 minute left. You did so many things, goodness, and this just gives the public an idea of some of the
pretty dishes you can permit. And of course, you can put as much cheese you may desire. You don't have to put all the cream you want. And then, of course, this is a particular dish. You have a very pretty decoration, and that is the day.
Let's see if the camera can pick up all 3 of these over here.
And then, of course, we have a very unique thing. For people to know, we've been a steakhouse most of the year for 25 years. This is a 25th anniversary.
Is it?
Yeah, 25th year.
Congratulations.
And this is less than 2% of all the beef produced in America. This is a certified Black Angus prime beef.
Great.
And that's the size. That's about 10 ounce. That's about 15 ounce of a strip
So
sirloin.
if they prefer a good steak, they get it there. And if they prefer...
They want some Italian food, or they want some continental dish, a variable pleasure.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much.
Okay, we'll be back after these messages. Thank you. And happy anniversary.
Thank you. For another 2050.
Okay, after delicious meals in the kitchen, we've migrated to the patio with Marty Burrow. We're going to talk about spring has sprung. It's time to plant.
I think so.
And you've got some great ideas. I can't wait to see how you accomplish this.
Right. What this is, I call it the Mosaic Pot. All right. It's very different.
It certainly is.
Okay, you've got moss in the cracks and everything.
Yeah.
But what I did first is I took 2 pots. Okay,
oh,
so
boy, you're going to break it?
All right. I bust a pot.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
All right. Then after I bust it, I pick my pieces, depending on how I want to do it, and I get my trusty liquid nails.
Let me see that. Yeah.
And I put my liquid nails on it.
Liquid
and I glue
nails, yes.
And I glue my pieces back on the pot. All right. Now, I don't glue it all the way. What I do is I leave spaces. This is one I've already got glued up.
Oh, I see. You went ahead and made some very small ones and versatile sizes.
Right, different sizes, and glue it all the way around. It takes a little bit of time for the glue to dry, so you have to take your time to do it. But that way it gives you, a different style.
But, that would be fun for someone who really loves to work in the garden to spend time with.
Right.
I mean, it takes time, I know.
And then from there, what I do is I start it out by laying it on the side a little bit, and I get my moss. Okay. And I take my glue, open it up, and I run it down in my cracks.
Oh.
Okay. And then I take my finger and kind of smooth it around real good and fill it all in.
You use quite a bit, I notice. It's pretty thick.
Well, for the moss, yeah, I do. I run a pretty good bit to hold that moss in.
Yeah.
All right, and then from there, after I've got my glue in, I just take my moss and I stuff it down in the cracks.
Well, for goodness sake.
Okay, and that's what fills in all the holes like that.
That's a pretty quick drying glue, I imagine, as well.
Yeah, because I put the moss in probably in about maybe 10 minutes. That's how quick it, you know, the moss just glued it up. And then, see, that gives you the moss look right there, and that's just what I did, is I ran through all my cracks and
well,
put it down through in there.
It looks as if you might have pulled or cut the moss.
Right, what I did after I got done with that is I got a set of floral snips, and I get my floral snips and snip it real short.
That's
that way
what
it gives
I wondered,
you the mosaic look on exactly how the pot's made. And if you notice, I've got big pieces and little pieces intermixed all up in there so that it gives you a different effect on the pot.
Very different, it really is, yeah.
And then see with this, once you get it done, then if you've got a saucer, you can set it in your saucer like this. And then just get you a plant and set it down inside of the pot.
But you know, that's very attractive. It really is.
Right, it's something different, another little clay pot creation, I guess.
Yeah, it's different than your neighbor.
Right.
I mean, you know.
And it does real good if you want it in the house and use dried flowers. You know, it does a real good decoration that way with your dried flowers.
Oh.
You know, to give you a little bit of added attraction inside
well,
also.
That is something, I should say so. That's a pretty popular size pot, I
Right,
imagine.
this is an 8-inch pot. And I've done them out of 10-inch pots, which 10-inch pots take a while because they're so big.
Yeah.
And then 6 inches almost a little bit too little.
But this is pretty substantial, pretty large.
Right.
Yeah,
because this is, you know, pretty good standard size to where you can pretty much take your pick on whatever plants you want.
Okay, let's look at some of these blooms. Oh, this geranium color is gorgeous.
Right.
You
mean the hydrangea?
I mean hydrangea. What's the matter with my mouth today? I don't know. It comes out. Yeah, hydrangea.
Now, these you can change color, all right, before they bud up.
Really?
So you can change them to blue or you can change them to pink. But you have to do it before they bud. And,
I was looking a little bit, you know, isn't that interesting? But some of them have a little white on them.
Right. Well, basically what that is a brand new little bloom. It's trying to come out and it hadn't really, you know, opened up completely. But if you wanted to turn it different colors, depending on what color you want, you can use aluminum sulfate or either
well, this is
lime.
a good time to plant hydrangeas.
Right, it's a good time to plant, but if they're already blooming, then you can't change color. So you have to do it before they bud up to be able to change color.
Okay.
And then this here is one of your gardenias, all right, which they're very fragrant.
And they make the neighborhood smell good.
They sure do. You know, they'll grow into a fairly large-sized bush. Which,
you know, they're pretty hardy, aren't they?
Right. They are very hardy for this area. Now, if we had a real tremendous cold, you might have problems with them.
Oh.
But they're usually hardy for here. And they get quite large. I've seen them, you know, 6, 7 foot tall. And
I'm not sure what this is.
that is Confederate jasmine. All right, and you'll see that a lot of time people have real big trellises of it. And that right there is very fragrant as it tends to get dark. It's more fragrant in the dark than it is during the day.
Yeah.
You know, so it also gives you a little scent in the yard along with the gardenias.
Now, I like what you've done here. This.
Right. Now, that bowl is a planted up. That's container gardening.
I mean, you've combined so many, and
Right, but this is container gardening.
Yeah.
And you've got the Dusty Miller, you know, which is an old standby. It does real good in the winter and the summer. And then you have your 2 different colors of Lysianthus.
Yeah.
And then also your Gerber daisies in the center. Now, this right here, your Lysianthus, can also take full sun to park shade.
For goodness sake.
They do real well also in this
Well, you've
area.
given me an idea myself for the patio to put a variety of things in a large pot.
Right, and you can, container gardening is easy to do because you can have so much to pick from, and you don't have to get out and dig around in the yard.
I was wondering, though, you have to be careful, I guess, that they don't get too many roots.
Well, the main thing to be careful about is to make sure that you plant the plants that get along together. Like some of them like shade, some of them like sun. So you want to be sure to keep your sunny plants together and your shady plants together.
That's very effective. And this just sort of dresses it up like fern dresses up some bouquet.
Gives it a little, you know, different to it. And also, too, being container gardening, you can use it to sit like on the center of a picnic table or something to that nature.
Now this is a popular plant, but it's a little different looking than the ones that I have.
That's your Mexican heather, or some people call it the cupia.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit different color to where your standard Mexican heather is purple.
And they grow pretty large, too.
Yes, they'll get into a big old bush.
I water them rather often. They require a lot of water?
They like to stay damp.
Really?
Yeah, if they're not damp, they will dehydrate.
Well, it looks like at long last we're going to have some pretty flowers and stop all that freezing weather, and we thank you for bringing it to our attention. We'll see you the next time.
All right.
Okay, and we will be back, so stay with us. Well, once again, Warner Brothers presents on the big screen Pokemon. This time, the movie's called Pokemon 3, and here's a peek preview.
Pokemon 3, the movie. Discover the secrets of the spell of the unknown. April 6, 2001. Also playing with Pokemon 3, the movie. Free with every admission to Pokemon 3, the movie, you can receive an exclusive reverse holographic Entei game card for the Wizards of the Coast Pokemon trading card game. Available while supplies last.
And that's our show for this week, and we thank you so much for joining us. Until we see you next week, I hope you stay happy.